Okay, so here are some of the photos that I've taken with the Canon 28mm f2.8. This was just out on the street, and if we look at the details, it's 350th of a second f4.5 ISO 400. And it looks alright to me, but let's say we zoom in a little bit. And yeah, it's not looking too bad. The background, that looks a little bit soft. And when you get more to the edges of the pictures, that definitely looks a lot softer up there. Up in the tree, it looks like there's a little bit of chromatic aberration going on there. Yeah, not too bad. Then what I'm trying to show is the effect of the shallowness of the depth of field you can get with this camera when you have it at f2.8. Here, I focused it on the girl as she was walking here, and you can see the loveliness of this railing becoming nice and blurry. However, this was at 90th of a second, so she's not really very sharp. And as you can see, the background really is kind of mushy there. Slightly overexposed, but also looks like there's going to be some serious chromatic aberration going on here. Here's another shot, just showing you how shallow the depth of field can be. This is it at its closest focusing distance, and it was focused onto this pillar here. So if you're doing films or videos or anything like that, close-up stuff with this lens would be really sweet. It'd be very cinematic. Here's a shot giving you an idea of its low light capability. So this was inside the restaurant. Although it was a sunny day outside, inside is still fairly dark. Because it's fairly wide angle, I was able to take this at a 45th of a second, and it looks okay. Here's a shot we've got of Kim outside the restaurant. Here we've got it at f16, so this is its smallest aperture. If we look here, it's not really the sharpest on Kim's skin. Her hair doesn't really look that sharp either, and there is still blur in the background. But it's not really that bad an image, I don't think. So then here's it swapped round, so we've got it shooting at f2.8. And here we've got a flower in front of the lens, which is really nice and blurry, and the background behind Kim is also nice and blurry. You can see the reflection of the flower in Kim's glass. And it looks like she's got flower for an eyeball. But what you can already see is serious aberration around the glass there. So look how it's always got purple fringing going on there. That is chromatic aberration. Okay, here's a quite frankly a ridiculous photo. This one was taken at ISO 6400 on the Canon 550D. And it was just to try to see what kind of sharpness you could get with it. If we look up the bottles, you could kind of make out what these bottles are, but there's no kind of sharpness where you can actually really read the names or anything like that. And here's a shot here where I thought this would probably test its chromatic aberration. It's high contrast up in the corners. If we go up here, we zoom here. On this scaffolding, you can see a serious purple fringing all around that. And it's different on different angles. For some random bit, there isn't any fringing there. Generally, I thought this lens was quite sharp when I was looking at it through the camera, but its chromatic aberration really lets it down. And especially when you start going to the edges of the picture, things really do get a lot more soft at the edges. Okay, so that was the Canon 28mm f2.8. Okay, and here's a video to show you how quickly the 28mm can focus, but also how noisy it is as well.